here you have the most beautiful view you can get from Gran Canaria. In that part is Las Palmas, and before we go to the museum, my brother has revealed our next destinations: Pico de las Nieves, Pico de la Roque Nublo, and Roque Bentyga. So we supposed to get there today on the rooftop of the world. Bro, how many meters we are high?
Not high yet.
We are at almost 2,000 meters. Hello, Artenara. This is the last family who lived in these caves. So guys, I have shown you how they were making cheese, how they Good morning, guys. I just woke up and I have an appointment to the barber shop. I have about 1 hour to be ready. We are on the streets and we are heading to the barber shop because I want to get a Spanish haircut. For my haircut, I want to share with you something. I want to say something to you. You have to see my face unshaved, you see, because my son burned my skin so much that if I do shave my face now, I will get irritated all over the place. So sorry for my face.
Muy lindo.
Hey guys, after we went to barber shop, my brother here is responsible for this blitzkrieg travel. I don't know where we are going. I just found out our first destination, that is Artenara, and it's a small village far from Las Palmas, and I know that there is an ethnographic museum. I'm so excited to find out what they have there and to find out the information that they hold. Just to mention, the travel today, it's gonna be around 6 or 7 hours, and until we arrive our first destination, I want to say that at the barber shop was awesome, was so relaxing. I just love to go to the barber shop because it makes me so sleepy at some point, and it's very relaxing for me. And I love my haircut. This is my new haircut. Do I look good? I hope that you like it too. Well, it's important to be nice for me, not for you, but well, I love it. I love going to barber shop in every country that I visit because I want to learn the habits and I want to see how it's done in every country. For example, when I was in Italy, before they begin the haircut, they always wash your head and your hair, and after that they will cut your hair. Also in Italy, hola. Also in Italy, they don't wash their hair at home. They always wash their hair at the barber shop. So this is very interesting. So in every country that I visit, I like to go to the barber shop, and as I said, I want to learn and see the habits and all the stuff that they do before they do your haircut. Gran Canaria is part of this 7 islands group. Every island has its own unique form and all the habits in it. So guys, this is water straight from the mountain. We made a little detour on Firgas village. Here is where the edible water is being bottled and shipped into the towns. Stop on our way, Mirador de Zamora. Back on our way to Artenara. Hey guys, we are on Caldera de los Pinos de Galdar, and here is around, I don't know how many meters. Bro, how many meters we are high?
Well, I'm not high yet.
We are not high yet. Okay, we are pretty high on the hills, and you can see in that part is Las Palmas, and the village we went last night And Firgas, we went earlier, and this is an awesome view here. This is very awesome, so awesome. It's crazy. Artenara. We arrived in Artenara, and before we go to the museum, my brother has revealed our next destinations, and I want to show you. What's that?
Pico de las Nieves.
Pico de las Nieves, Pico de la
Roque Nublo.
Roque Nublo, and
Roque Bentyga.
Roque Bentyga. So we supposed to get there today, and I am so excited. We arrived at the museum, at the ethnographic museum in Artenara, and this is the entrance. You have seen these bells used for goats or any other animals, and now we are gonna enter the actual museum, and you will see traditional stuff from here locally, and how people lived many years ago, and the habits and all the things. So let's go. Look guys, this is a scale, and it's used to weight animals. Here down you put the animal, and here is the scale, an old scale. This is a clock.
So that you can understand the whole mission.
Okay.
First of all, welcome. My name is Jose. I'm the tourism informator here at Artenara. We are in the Cave House Museum of Artenara. This is open since 2.5, 3 years. But the house where we are is between 150 and 200 years old. Even before that time, there was a cave here, already done by our old inhabitants. But somehow it was destroyed, so they reopened one. And the difference is that our old inhabitant didn't have any tool to open. They didn't know the metal, so they cave with a stone. It was much more difficult. Normally, somebody of the family was responsible to make it full, to let it full at night, to have fresh water in the morning.
This is the last family who lived in these caves. Last family in 1962. And I want to show you something interesting. Beside the beds I have shown you, this is the most important thing. Here they were making edible water because they didn't have edible water, so they put it here, the water. And through this stone, this is volcanic stone from Las Canteras, we have been there, and the water will pour from here down to this bottle, and then the water can be edible, good for drinking.
As you enter the cave, you can see hanging from the ceiling some red corn cobs drying. These are used for making gofio. To the left there is a machine, una desgranadora, that separates the grains of maize from the corn cob. Work that once was done by hand, rubbing cob against cob. To the right we see a traya, a tool for the pressing of bitter almonds. This made an oil which is famous for its use in cosmetics and medicine. This local oil of bitter almonds is difficult to obtain as the cost is high. You need 4 kilos of almonds to make 1 liter of oil. This work continued for many years, as you can see in the pictures. On the walls you have a collection of different old agricultural tools, amongst them an old plough, the trillo, with its well-worn volcanic stones. This reminds us that Artenara today, which is a land of pine trees, was once a land of extensive cereal growing and threshing circles. On the inside of this cave is the family bodega, wine cellar. On the left there is a small bath locally known as a gorro. Notice the ropes to aid balance with treading the grapes with bare feet. This is a part of the process to make wine. Also there is a vat where the wine was stored to mature. The baskets and drying racks are made from canes from nearby Chahunco. These were used both to dry cheeses and for drying the figs and the tunas, fruit from the cactus. The scarce from the old shop reminds us that to buy cheese in those days was considered a luxury not affordable for all.
Guys, I have shown you how they were making cheese, how they were making wine from the grapes, how they were using dehydrated fruits for eating them in winter, and you have seen a lot of tools they were using to do all their daily stuff to survive. And one more thing I want to say, that these caves they are keeping the temperature between 18 and 20 degrees all the year. It doesn't depend if it's winter or if it's on the summer. They have always the same temperature. So this is protected cave. It's one of the fewer caves that are carved in stone, and it's very hard to do. What you see now in the video, that's the playing ground for the children's, the cooking space, and the meeting space of the elders, because inside the caves they were only sleeping. Guys, you know that I love wood. Look at this wood carving. This is awesome.
Cu siguranță nu erau saltele, erau paie. Asta e următoarea.
So this was the museum. I am very impressed, guys, because it's awesome. I don't have words to describe. Look at this place. I'm staying here and I'm seeing all that view, all the mountains. Look at this view. You're sitting here after hard work, after a day of hard work of making wine and making all the cheese and all the stuff, and you sit here and you're just thinking about how great life is. Beautiful. We are going to eat something. Look at this entrance. now we are heading Pico de las Nieves, and we are leaving from Artenara village, and we should be there in about half an hour. I want to tell you that Pico de las Nieves is the highest point here in Gran Canaria. From there you can see all the island. Guys, I don't want to film this, I don't want to record it, but I can't hold myself and not showing you. This is just awesome. That's Roque Nublo. Climbing on the mountain. This is risky. Climbing on the mountain. Climbing on the mountain. Let's go further. Just arrived on 1,949 meters altitude on Pico de las Nieves, okay, and it's the most highest place on Gran Canaria, and from here you can see almost all the island, and you can see all the view. It's just awesome. It's beautiful. You are like on the roof of the world. We are so excited. It's pretty chill outside. 10 degrees below. Here you have the most beautiful view you can get from Gran Canaria, the rooftop of the world. So we are on our way back, and it's almost 5 p.m. we have one more stop to do at a volcano crater, and then we will go home. I just want to say that on this peak, on this roof of the world that we have been, it's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I was hoping to get some clouds to be like on the peak and the clouds to be below you, but we didn't have any luck, and probably you have seen in the videos that it's a little foggy. The view is a little foggy. That's because the desert sand got raised up in the air and is blown by the wind, and it's floating in the air, and that's why some of the videos are a little bit foggy. So I am really impressed of this peak, and I like it very much. I hope that you enjoyed it too. Stick around for the volcano crater, and see you after that. We arrived at the volcano crater, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. Look at that. We found some aloe vera also. Do you want to take a leaf? This is so weird feeling. I can bet it's full of water. Okay, now back to my improvised recording corner. So guys, we just arrived home. It's about now 7 p.m. We arrived at 6:30 p.m. and I must say that this blitzkrieg travel that we had today was just awesome, was impressive, I don't have the words to describe it. I just only knew that in the morning I had an appointment to the barber shop at 10:30 a.m. and after that I didn't know what we are gonna do on the rest of the day. But after the barber shop, my brother called and he said, "Hey, do you need anything from home?" And I was saying, "No, we don't need anything from home." "But why?" "Because we are going somewhere." And I was asking where, and he didn't want to tell me. When we met at the barber shop, he said, "Let's go and take some snacks, take some water, and let's go." And after that, you have seen that I didn't knew the main objectives of the day and the destinations, but after we traveled from one point to another point, he was revealing me all the destinations that we are gonna visit today. Let's resume this day and talk about it. First destination was Firgas, a small village where the edible water is made. It's the only village that edible water is made. The water came straight from the mountain, and it's bottled and distributed in all the towns in Gran Canaria. And I must say that it's fresh, sweet water, not water from the ocean. The second main visit was Artenara village, and Artenara, it's not far away from Firgas. The Artenara village is very beautiful. All the houses are painted in white, and it's very clean. In Artenara, it's the ethnographic museum that we saw. and it's very beautiful with all that caves carved in stones. And I must say that all that caves are protected by law, and you cannot carve now in our time, you cannot carve another cave because it's forbidden. But you can buy a cave that is already carved and you can restore it. And I must say that last family that lived in a cave there at the ethnographic museum was in 1962, but I must say that 85% of the people from Artenara are still living in caves. And as I was saying, the temperature is between 18 and 20 degrees all over the year. It doesn't depend if it's winter or summer, the temperature is all the same, which is great. It's very nice, and you should visit that museum because it's pretty impressive. Also in Artenara, it's that restaurant. You have seen that entrance that we took to get into the restaurant under the mountain was just spectacular. Go through that tunnel, you get into the restaurant, and you have an awesome view. You have seen the view, and I must say that the food is very good and the prices are pretty cheap. We have paid around 25, almost 30 euros for 3 people, and we have ate 2 types of food, which is very great. If you want to eat there, I highly recommend. And I don't know the name of the restaurant, but it's not hard to get there. Supposed to go on Roque Nublo also, but the road was closed, and we headed straight to Pico de las Nieves. Pico de las Nieves is the highest place in Gran Canaria, and you can see all the island and all the surrounding mountains and all that peaks, even Roque Nublo and other peaks that I have shown you. This trip requires a car and a driver license, but there are also trips you can pay for these trips. I don't know the prices. I heard about 40 or 50 euros, and you can go with bus, but I do love more driving the car on that road and just stop wherever I want, and it's much comfortable like this way. The travel that we have took today took around 5 or 6 hours. It depends how much you stay in every place. We left at 11 a.m. and we returned at 6:30 p.m. Last but not the least, before I end the day, I know that I took a lot of recording of the road, but I just love the road. It's very smooth, it's very safe, and I just love it. All the trees, and yes, I want to say that the fire that was last year, and I must say that that part of the island, there are hills, there were entire hills surrounded by fire, and just burned it everything. And that's just sad, but the local authorities are working to restore the vegetation and the trees and everything, and that's just very cool. It's amazing. Stick around for another 3 more interesting days. This is day 10 of our travel in Gran Canaria, and at the end of this video I wanna say thank you for watching. I wanna say thank you to my brother for this surprise. It was a nice surprise, and we are just gonna get some rest. We have 4 more days to stay in here, actually 3 days, because on the 4th one we're gonna leave Gran Canaria. Stick around for day 11, and until next time, I wish you all the best.